Well, Scott, I think if anyone had to ask about this league and how good it actually is, that was a cracking game today.
Yeah, it was very competitive. Both teams tried to play football, and we knew they were going to have large periods of possession in their own half, and we were quite comfortable with that. And we made a couple of changes at half time, as in the way we're going to press, and also personnel as well, between Scotty off and brought Jack on. And I thought Jack was exceptional in the second half, strong in the air, but also when the ball came to him, composure as well.
It was a really strong midfield today you had as well. I thought that Ben and Roy were absolutely first class.
Yeah, definitely. Ben's done really well since coming in, so is Roy, and it's that movement on the ball, and I'm understanding that they do the distance, but now it's about getting on the ball and keeping the ball and continuously moving. And the lads have done that really well, and they two are the engine in the middle of the park for us, and they start the press and they finish it as well. And even the small details of centre halves coming out of position, they're trying to fill in for them as well. So they've got a good understanding of the game, both of them.
Now, you can't talk about this game without talking about Anton getting his hat-trick there, but great ways to lead up to all three goals.
Yeah, definitely, and Anton's a fantastic finisher. We see that day in, day out at training, and we're just delighted that he manages to get on the end of all three. And they're smart finishes as well, and it's not all the same ones. Yeah, he can poach, but at the same time he's switched on and he's ready for his second goal. And the goalie comes out, we've got a quick free kick, and he takes it really quickly, and it's a fantastic finish, to be perfectly honest. And it is a huge vocal point from us in the way we want to play, and he's got lovely feet. He brings people into the game as well, and he's got a good understanding of how we want to play, and that understanding is because he's a smart football player.
Now, you have a couple of worries there. So Murph coming off, and also Robbie Much, who seemed to really, was it a shoulder injury?
Yeah, I think it's a shoulder injury. I'm not 100% sure yet. We'll find out in the next couple of days. Murph felt a bit of crampness in his hamstring, so hopefully it is more cramp than anything else. But we'll take the next 48 hours to figure out his symptoms. Sorry.
We said at the beginning that's a great advert for this league. It was a tough one out there, and Airdrie caused all sorts of problems as well. But you stuck to it. You stuck to your plan.
Yeah, defensively we were solid, and that's what we wanted. And when there was saves to make, Robbie done that, or there was blocks to make, the lads done that. And we knew they were going to have chances. We knew that. It's part and parcel of the game, but it's about how the lads react to that and anticipate where the ball's going to fall.
Well, Anton, I said to you there just before camera, did you enjoy that game? I think you might have.
Yeah, absolutely loved it. I think it shows exactly, since the manager's came in, he's only been in 3 weeks, but we've got an identity, and it's a case of implementing that. And I think we did for the first 50 minutes, started really well, went 1-0 up, and we kind of came away from it, lost that equaliser. And for going into half time, it was a case of making sure that we went in level, because we were probably under the cosh a wee bit. But we got in at half time, we regrouped, talked about a few things and how we were to just show a wee bit more composure in the second half and set the traps that we've been working on, and thankfully we did. And it's an unbelievable assist from Jamie Murphy for the second, and then some great quick thinking from Logan for the third. So it's, as much as it's my hat trick, I've got a lot of gratitude towards the guys that gave me all the assists, because there were 3 brilliant assists.
Yeah, the first one in particular was down to Ayr really pushing and not allowing the Airdrie defenders to settle, and then you got that ball away and then it was in the back of the net. Fantastic goal.
Yeah, I think we worked them into an area where we knew that once the ball was there, it was good for us to go press, and the manager's big on that. When we do set the press, you make sure that you go close and you get close to your man and try and force a mistake. And I'm not quite sure how we win the ball back, but I just see Mark on the ball, and Mark plays a brilliant pass to the 2 centre halves, because they split naturally to try and the way they play. So I knew the space would be there, and it's a great pass from Mark, and it's a case of just try to beat the goalie 1v1.
And you bring up Jamie Murphy's the back heel in particular, because we began to think he had gone too far, and then suddenly there you are putting it in the back of the net.
Yeah, exactly. I think obviously Murph does brilliant to win the ball back, but I'm trying to get round him on the outside to try and give him an option to create the 2v1, and he kept going and kept going. At that point I was getting ready to give him a bit of a bollocking, but out of nowhere he pulls off this no-look back heel assist. It's probably the best assist I've ever had, I think, because it seemed impossible to get the ball to me, and he somehow did with enough pace to beat the keeper and make sure he didn't come out and shut the angle. So it was an unbelievable piece of skill.
We didn't manage to see it because we were all sort of switched off when the quick free kick was taken. Who was it that made that decision to take the quick free kick?
It was Logan. So we were over there, and Because the goalie came out, he was getting booked, but I think he was continuing to argue with the referee, and the referee had done all the paperwork he had to do for the booking, and Logan was like, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go." And he gave me the ball quickly, and I managed to put it in the net. And at that stage, I wasn't sure if it was going to stand, so I ran away as quickly as possible to try and celebrate the goal, and thankfully, never pulled it back. So, yeah, I'm absolutely delighted with that.
Also, just to be extra, the fans today, outstanding.
Yeah, it was brilliant. You know, there's been a great backing ever since the manager came in. It's given the club a wee bit of a bounce, and I think there was loads of positives to take from our first win under the manager away to Queens, and we've carried on 2 really good performances. I know the players in the dressing room after Dundee United were gutted not to have taken anything from that game, and then last Saturday against the informed team in the country, we went there and gave a good account of ourselves and looked in the game right up until their second goal, which was late on. So it was a case of those 2 games were very much, you're the underdog. There's always an opportunity, but everyone doesn't expect you to come and get a result. But today's a wee bit different. There's a pressure where there's a bit of an expectancy in how do we handle that. And I thought, bar the 20-30 minutes at the end of the first half, the boys stood up to that. And especially when you lose that second goal with 10 minutes to go, that's a real test of character. And that, seeing that out really breeds confidence in the group and the philosophy that the manager's installing on us. So just delighted. I thought the defence were brilliant for that last 10-15 minutes, and just absolutely delighted to get the 3 points.